many of the things you are writing about, many of them I had forgotten about. And some of them I didn't even know, because when you are involved, you have one angle which you are handling, you don't know the rest. Like in today's paper, there was a headline in the New Vision. Oh, big issue, Museveni was in jail for 2 weeks in Ukonga maximum security prison. After that time, I was in luxury. Ukonga was nice, clean, and so on. Prison, all right, but clean. But I had been in prison 7 times in Tanzania, 7 other times. I think even Zindana was involved in some of them when we were locked up in Bukoba, then in other places, then Mwanza, then. So it's good that you write, you capture those stories for the young people to know. I want to congratulate Joan and the people who wrote the other book. So thank you so much. You have made a very good contribution. Even me, who was involved in all this, I am now beginning to. For instance, I didn't know that John is the one who saved us by ringing Sherura. The story they said they were reading here, the young people were reading. Because me, I was in paradise in Ukonga maximum security. We didn't know what was happening outside. Mama was in Nairobi. She didn't know what was happening. But somebody contacted her also through a Greek. We had a Greek who was with us in prison, who contacted another Greek, and I think they contacted you. But now Joan is now telling you, I didn't know myself for the first time that she, because after like 2 weeks they came and released us. I didn't know why. And I didn't get time to check because we were busy all the time. But what I knew in my head was that Mwalimu Nyerere was away. That one I knew when he came back. But I didn't know the details of how the Hollywood, the Hollywood operations by Joan, how she bribed a police lady who then got her out of prison and then got her to a phone, and then the phone he rang Dr. Sherura. Dr. Sherura was in Nairobi, and I had already introduced him to the director of the intelligence of Tanzania, Lawrence Gama. This is the first time I'm hearing that part. That part I never heard. So thank you so much. I think Joan should. What is the prize for literature? Whatever they call it. Now, the other thing you need to learn about Kategaya is politics of principle, politics of aims. You must have good aims and clear aims, and also have good methods. So because our politics of the NRM have been patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, had already crystallized these principles. And that's how we worked. You remember we had some differences with Kategaya. One of those elections, we had some differences with some of the movement people. And the differences were caused by bad work methods. You must have good aims, but also good, correct work methods, so that you arrive at a decision in a democratic way, not any other way. So we had some differences with the Kategaya along the way. I don't remember which election was it, 2016, one of those. But after the elections, I met with Kategaya and said, now, we didn't agree here, but we agree on the East African Federation. I said, therefore, I propose that come back and handle the East African community docket, because that's there we didn't have any disagreement. So when you are working for aims, things are easier than just working for yourself, working for, what do you call it, this ego. Things are much easier. Organizing, you young people, you should understand the importance of appreciating different qualities of people. You hear that Kategaya was very active in the club, that club, some club there, Kampala Club and so on. Me, I've never belonged to any club. I'm always either in the house or somewhere else fighting. But Kategaya in their club, they do a lot of networking. While me, I was also using another way of networking. When I came back 72, 71, Kategaya told me that he had linked up with Akana Pajok. Then Akana Pajok linked us up with a man called Jacob Okello, who was working in UDC. Now, these are people he met at the Uganda Club. I don't think he knew Akana Pajok before. I didn't know him myself. When he linked up with Akana Pajok linked us up with the people of Atiak in Ugulu and the people of Awere. I think even Kasada the engineer, Kategaya may have linked with him at that club there. The one who linked us up with Mayuge and Busoga, engineer Kauruza Kasada. So when you are organizing, what Bishop himself was saying, the mission, anybody loyal to the mission should be welcome. Although there are different characteristics, this one likes socializing, this one is a loner. Let each one contribute according to his talents. Let everybody contribute. So you can see Kategaya had a different approach, but he brought in quite a lot of contacts which we didn't know. For us, we were starting from the school network, the ones we started with. But now you can see he's now bringing in contacts from another forum which many of us were not involved in. Now, in the 1981-86 struggle, so 72, Kategaya had to run away. I came, I think it was 72, when he had married Joan. I came and I stayed with them at Mulago. They had a house there. When I was coming from Tanzania in my underground work. Then later on they shifted to the other flats, Bat Valley flats, and left the Mulago house to my underground work. Now, we had a problem in 1973. First of all, we messed up September 72, when Obote launched a badly organized invasion of Uganda, then it failed, and then we lost a lot of people. But we continued. But we had fresh problems. When we knocked, Kategaya was driving his car, a Renault car. We were coming from the north, from those Gulu. Kategaya knocked a car at, that's why you freedom fighters, you should know that God is always with us also. Don't forget that. Because I had driven with Kategaya to Awere. Awere is 60 miles east of Gulu. We were going to give out guns. We had guns which we had hidden. It's a long story. You can stay here the whole day. Now we went to Awere, met Sergeant Okuya, who had a group there. But we had an infiltrator in the group of Okuya, who alerted Amin's people that Kategaya and myself were coming to Kampala from Gulu. So when we had reached Palenga Primary School, Kategaya knocked a ship. God brought a ship to delay us. Knocked the ship, the car's radiator got damaged, it couldn't move. So we didn't proceed to Kampala. We had to go back to Gulu with Jacob Okero. We stayed in the house, in the lodge for the rest of the day. Now apparently the other infiltrator had taken the number of the car of Kategaya and communicated with the police here, and they got the address. When Kategaya, we stayed in Gulu, left at 10 in the night with a hired vehicle. He dropped me at Mulago, went to Bat Valley Flats. When he arrived, the gatekeeper said, you man, a group of people came and jumped over the fence. I tried to challenge them, they ignored me. They went and touched where your car is parked. They didn't find it there, they left. That's what saved him. The fact that the car knocked the ship and we didn't come. And so you should always see God in all these things. So, because of those problems, Kategaya had to run away. And that's how we now had to recruit Mbabazi. Mbabazi was already there apparently in our structure, but I didn't know him. But when Kategaya left, Rugunda left, Akana Pajok left, Kasada was killed, we had now to resurrect the internal structure. That's how eventually I linked up with Mbabazi and Otafuire, 1974. It's a long story, you will not. So I want to thank John.